Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 40, NASDAQ up 5, S&P's off $1.50. Gold contract. The gold contract was actually flat, folks. We were talking about it was up $60 yesterday. What they do is it says it's up $58, but that was from the close at 1:30 yesterday. By the end of 4 o'clock, it was already up that number. Silver, that says $1.50, but bottom line, that was up yesterday. Both markets were flat out here. Understandably so, taking a breather after going topside. That's trading out at $23.10. Platinum's trading out at $1,461 an ounce. Copper is $3.34. Light sweet crude is at $106.17. That was down $1.50. Bonds off 22 ticks, trading out at $131.08. King dollar, she's up 118 after getting smashed yesterday, down 945. She's trading out at 80.48. Euro is at 135, and the yen up a penny and a half, trading out at 99.41. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. So what do we have? You have the cash S&P, folks. We got to 1720 out here. What we did yesterday, you got over the highs. You had the volume over the highs. Okay, so this is what it did, just to run you through it again. We got over the high of August 2nd, and you go over there with the volume. So A to B equals C to D is 1776. We've hit 1729 thus far. You know, it's telling me that, hey, guess what? This is going to go up into that 76. Somehow, some way, it's going to grind its way up there. It was less volume than the 22nd, but the high of the 22nd was 1687. The high of the 2nd was 1709. So that's way too far away from that level. I suspect the A to B equals C to D will finish first before you get any serious pullback. Dow Industrials, what do you have with the Dow? Down $40. Now, what the Dow did is this, well, actually, okay, let's talk about this first. So the Dow Industrials, what the Dow did is this. We are at 15,636. The high out there was 15,658. Bottom line, get over it, you pull back slightly. Now, the difference with the Dow is this, is that the deepness of the correction from August 2nd down to the 28th, bottom line, even if I took an A to B equals C to D, in the Dow area, that's only another about 150 points higher. So different ball game in the Dow. NASDAQ Composite, now this is still different. NASDAQ Composite, she gets over highs, has the volume as she's getting over highs. Who did the Composite was up $5 out here today. She did a 1.7 billion versus the 1.8. And the Composite itself, when you look at the Composite, we can take the bottom of the last leg up, which is 35.73, up to 37.29. So you're dealing with about 175 points, which is not a huge amount. That lays that baby into 38.75. And we have got to 37.83. So you can see the Composite is 38.75. The cash S&P is 1776. Those are the numbers that I'm going to be looking for. Like, okay, what happens when we get up into those numbers? Gold contract. What we have with the gold contract is this. Now, bottom line is that so the way this works, folks, when you look at if you're looking at all the screens today, whether it was on my screen, or any of your quotes, it looked like gold was up $58. Well, the fact of the matter is that's because from the close of yesterday at 1:30, the gold had expanded. So when that close there, folks, is the pit close versus electronic trading on gold now is huge. Okay, so bottom line is that what you have. We actually did close up at these levels yesterday. Okay, it's always a tricky thing with gold because if you actually look at where the close says it is. Even on your chart, you'll see that it's the 1:30 close when, in fact, you want to keep track of that if, in fact, you're in that market. Bottom line, that's expected. Why? You get a huge surge like that. It's got to build some cause. Gold right now is 1333, though. That was wide price spread, accelerated volume. You can expect this run will get up into that 1434 level. Now, this is where it's going to get really cool. Well, here, let's do bonds first. Okay, so we get over to the bond market. We take a look at bonds. Well, we have with bonds. She backed off. Bonds backed off. 445,000. And bonds, by the way, this is going to be, watch how this shakes out. Bonds, gold, commodities in general are going to run the same way here. And they're saying quite a bit. Okay, bonds today, they backed down with 445,000 contracts. Yesterday, they want to go topside with 472. That's on your 30-year. We go take a look at the 10-year. TYZ3, TYZ3. That's the symbol we're looking for. Okay, so the 10-year, what the 10-year did, went topside, wide price spread, accelerated volume, monster move. We backed down today with 1.3 million after going topside with 1.7. Now, what the 10-year has done, so check this out. This is pretty intense. The 10-year has broken the whole downtrend. The 10-year is saying, guess what? You can go to 132. And 132, folks, was the high, meaning, if you talk about yield-wise, now watch how this works. Right now, the yield on the 10-year is 2.7. When that was at 132, that yield was 1.67. That's how it's lined up right now. Dollar index. We take a look at the dollar index, which got toasted and roasted out here yesterday. She came to a lower low, rejected the lower low again, okay, with lighter volume. So guess what? Dollar's going to start moving topside again, too. This is going to be a trip watching this whole thing shake out. Right now, we're at 80.47, 81.15 will bring you inside a larger range topside. The gold equities. If you haven't test drove the gold report, folks, now's the time to do it. You can get 30 days absolutely free. Let me show you what you have here, because this is going to be a trip in itself. If we look at Rheingold Resources, and they're all set up like this, by the way. Okay, so this is what you have. Rheingold Resources, one of the strongest gold equities, and has been for about 4 years now. So if I bring you from bottom to top, bottom was generated July 5th at $60. You had two separate legs up. You got up to 84, so 60 to 84, not a bad move, right? Correction, 84 back to 69. Huge correction, right? What did we do yesterday? Yesterday it goes up 5%, 10%, folks. It goes from $71 to $79. Today, it's at $76.86. And you have volume. So we had volume yesterday, had volume today. What I expect you're going to see with all of these golds, which is a trip, is that, and this is how gold loves to trade, which is amazing. I'm psyched because right now we only own one gold stock. We own 6. We made big dollars on them, sold them right up at those highs that were generated out there August 26th. So now what you have is this. You will come back. We gave half of it back today. I suspect coming into a Friday, which is a beautiful thing, what King Dollar did today is that King Dollar turned around, got back in the range, okay? Bottom line, you'll see some of these gold equities pull right back into the 12th and 13th of September price levels, which I don't expect you get to the bottom, but you get to the top of them. Now, what do you have? Well, this is what you have, which is you have a high volume, wide price spread daily, but guess what? You are going to have a high volume, wide price spread weekly. And what that does is that sets up a run back to the highs of the 27th of August. And that's basically right across the board. Now, let's go over to the housing market. Housing set up the exact same way. You got Lennar. What did Lennar do yesterday? Lennar goes, well, first off, Lennar had a huge run-up first. You know, the run-up in Lennar goes like this. The run-up was from $12 in October of 2011 up to 40. Comes all the way back to 32. Wide price spread, accelerated volume. Bottom line, on the daily, on the weekly, and yesterday you had Lennar turn around. Okay, so she goes from a price point of 34 to 37 yesterday, backs down. You'll see this is going to back down some more. As long as it's backing down with lighter volume, that's going to be a buy. It's Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. And, folks, if you do have an interest in the real estate market, don't forget, the Tiger Real Estate Investment Fund, we are closing that fund September 30th. So if you're interested, this is the last 10 days that you can actually invest in the fund. We're going to be right back.